Hey everybody, welcome back. I figured I better do an update on this here pickup I've been working on before it's actually done. I should have done at least one update sooner than this, but it just got to going so good and everything I kind of forgot. But anyway, this is how far I am. First of all, this kit has an awesome flathead motor in it. That's just really cool. Second of all, you notice how shiny that firewall is? Isn't that cool? Yeah, that's that stuff right there that I got from Paul over at Styrene Relics. Makes a great clear coat putting on with a brush. It's really cool. Anyway, I got on the wheels too, but it's kind of hard to see. So I got the interior. I made little patterns and did a little custom design on the, I guess I could take this off. That's not glued on yet. Kind of get in there and see it better maybe. Turn it that way, let some light in there for the seat there. Little V pattern. And on the door panels there, kind of a little swoopy thing. I think I did something up on the hood, yeah, I just did a square piece up there. And let's see, so this is the chassis part. Got the motor mounted in there. The steering box and the steering rod thing wasn't long enough, so I put a little piece of aluminum on there, not glued, so I can adjust it when the body's glued on. Just masked the white running boards and then painted the car and then pulled the tape off. So like I said in the other video, kind of saves on the old paint. The bed, I'll probably do that once the body's on and I'm ready for the final deal. And what I usually do on that, it winds up looking like this. That's the racks that go with it. And what I do is I just got a bunch of markers and I just start with them and then I work my way up until I get the look I want. And the stuff doesn't really, it kind of dries, but it kind of doesn't. But I'm not going to be touching that, so I don't care. I really like how it looks. It looks pretty good. And you know, you can go lighter, you can go darker. It's just it's a cheap way to do it without using up all your paint. And let's see, we got the chassis here. I did the old barbershop pull thing there on the driveline. I do that every once in a while. White frame, and the frame, I use that stuff too on that. Just painted it on there to give it a nice shiny look. My other video I mentioned that I had like color sanded it and rubbed it out that way, and it looked pretty good, but I like that look better. And there's a hitch that's crooked. How did that happen? Well, that's not good. We'll pretend we didn't see that. But the tips coming out the back look pretty cool. So anyway, that's where we're at with that. Anything else? Oh, there's the wheels. I haven't glued those caps in yet, though. Better be careful. For the trailer. And I painted the trailer today. I stole it off one of my other race car team things, because that needs a bigger trailer anyway. And the hood is interesting. If you notice on this box, probably you guys have built it or you notice it, but look at the let's go down here. Look at the gap there and the gap there when you mount the radiator and stuff. So I didn't like that look. It just looks like it's sticking out there like a beak. So I wanted that look, but the hot rod suspension and stuff, because it's got a lower front axle and stuff. So and a rear axle. So, but when you do that, it's a different width at the front. So this is the hood that's supposed to go with it. And see how it fits that really good. But for some reason, it's a little short. I lined that up down in there, I thought, at the angle that it is, right down in there. But evidently I didn't. And I should have glued the cab on and then done the radiator, and it would have fit better. So what I did, the other hood is really narrow at the front, but I painted it so I can't really show you. It's right up there. So what I did is I just laid it on there and marked it. And well, here, this is the front. You can see how narrow it is. So I just cut this off because it hung out to about here, obviously. So I just cut that off and then trimmed it up, sanded it, so that hood fits pretty good. So I had to repaint a hood. So that's going to work pretty good. So I don't, because I want a hood, but I want the sides open. So that's going to be kind of cool. And there's the fenders I painted for the trailer. Just some fenders that come in. I think they came in the old AMT kit, maybe 32 Ford or something, maybe. Oh, and if you notice, I had some kind of a brain fart here. I masked that white off in the bed, and I forgot to trim the masking tape over here that was laying up on the side of the bed. So now, is that a goober move or what? So I'm like, dang, I don't want to brush paint it. I'd have to do 15 coats because there's one coat to get it to match. So I made some little panels here that I'm just going to glue on there, and we'll pretend like it never happened. So yeah, I can't believe I did that. But yeah, I got the spare tire thing that goes on the side here. Whoops. That's going to be kind of cool. So anyway, that's where I'm at with that. It's almost done. I just painted the trailer, so it's going to be a week or two before I can get that thing done. But that other kit I'd been working on that I've been going to tell you guys, show you guys that I finished, is this little tall T thing right here. And this thing I painted, what I do every fall, around the end of August through September, I paint 7, 8, 10 bodies, so I have something to do in the winter if I can't paint. So this I painted last fall, and it's just, and I built all of them that I did except this one. It's been sitting around because I didn't really like the color that I picked after I started looking at it. I don't know, this is a tall T thing there, just doesn't look good, that color. So I just sat around until finally I figured, hey, let's just make something goofy with the pink. So I painted the motor pink, and I made some interior pieces there, a little swoopy insert there on the side and on that side. Did I do anything on the roof on this? Oh yeah, I did a little bit up there too. And painted the steering wheel kind of a pink, and then I brushed some pearl over it. And that's the engine motor that came in the kit, but I didn't know what I was going to do for carburetors, and I wanted something different. And I found these little, I think these mounted sideways on something. I forget what kit they're from. But I just put them upright, and they look pretty good. And I'm not good at cutting a bunch of aluminum tubes all the right length, so I just left it from the kit and painted the ends black. But I don't think an air cleaner of any kind will look good on there. And then I painted the wheels that Tester's Lacquer Gold, was that Inca Gold or something like that? And so they'd pop a little bit with that blue and pink. And I put the headers on it from the AMT Vicky. Those are pretty cool headers. And I screwed up on this one too. I was just going along so good, and I had spacers to put in here to kick the front wheels out further. They maybe come out about here, and I just got to going. Everything is going so good, I glued them on and totally forgot. So it's got a real narrow front end, And it looks a little goofy, but you know, what are you gonna do? I thought I tried popping them loose, but super glue, that ain't happening. It'll break the axle. So anyway, but you know, it's gonna look narrow in the front anyway with those big giant slicks in the back. Those are off one of those old Revell funny cars from back in the 70s somewhere, early 70s. There was a Camaro and I think a Mustang. They were not real detailed or anything, but they had big giant slicks on them. Those are like a hard hollow plastic thing, and you got to put one insert into the tire on one side. But they looked pretty cool on there, I thought. Put a little club plaque on there and a little pinstriping. You can kind of look in the paint gauges. And what if I went like that? It would do that, okay. And then let's see here, the chassis, not a whole lot there. Oh, I put a decal in there, I forgot about that. That's from that, like a 60, what was that, 66, 67 Chevelle with the wood side and the, like a surf wagon. Had a bunch of cool decals like that, so I threw one of those under there, just kind of take away some of the white. And like I mentioned in the video, you got to paint up in here because the chassis is kind of short. Realistically, you'd make a little box back in there, or whatever. Could have done that, but I didn't want to spend the time to do that, so I did that instead. So anyway, there's that. This is a really cool kit, a really cool chassis. It's the same chassis that's on the chop version of it, which is pretty cool too. So anyway, that thing is done. That's what I was working on at the same time I was doing the pink 32 that's going to go behind the pink pickup. So now this is almost done, so I got to figure out what I'm going to start on next. You guys will be the second to know. So anyway, that's where I'm at. That's what I'm doing. I'll give you guys a little video when that thing's done. So everybody take care. Thanks for watching. I appreciate all the comments and all the likes. And that will do it. Thanks again, guys. I appreciate it. And we'll talk at y'all later. Bye.